my channel, Ollie and Me. So yesterday I had my 6-week postpartum checkup and everything went well. I've been cleared to go back to exercising and everything else after the normal waiting period. I had an easy recovery. I had a routine vaginal delivery with 2 small tears and I had to have some stitches, but everything's healed up the way it's supposed to and I feel really good. So before I got pregnant, I was 150 pounds. At the last week of my pregnancy, I went 41 weeks. I was 188 pounds. And when I was weighed yesterday at the doctor's office, I was 159 pounds. And so I'm about 9 pounds away from my pre-pregnancy weight, which I feel really good about. I'm excited to get back into being able to exercise as much as I can. The past 6 weeks I've only been walking. Physically, I feel a little bit weak still. My body just isn't exactly where it was before I got pregnant. I just feel like I lost a lot of strength during this pregnancy, which is normal. And I know that it's gonna take time to build back up. I just hope I can work in the time to be able to go back to the gym. That's something that I didn't think I would really miss. And it turns out that I did. I missed it quite a bit. Mentally, I think I struggled a little bit more than I have physically. I didn't have postpartum depression. I didn't really have baby blues, maybe a little bit. I wasn't really sad all the time. I just got upset a little bit easier, I feel. There was a couple times, there was like a 3-day period when he was about 10 days old where it was just anything would make me cry. And I just spent a couple days where just little things would upset me. And I feel like I still have a little bit of times where things upset me a little bit more than they normally would. Like even just yesterday, one of the cats knocked down this owl candle holder that I had painted when I was pregnant in the nursery, and it broke. And he's knocked it down multiple times and I knew I needed to bring it up to the nursery. I just never did. And then when he knocked it down yesterday, that was finally just kind of like the last straw. It fell from the windowsill to the counter to the floor where it broke into a bunch of pieces, and I still have all the pieces sitting downstairs. Just that breaking upset me more than I feel like it normally would. And I don't know, I just feel a little bit heartbroken over a piece of pottery that it's not that big a deal. I had more anxiety, and I don't know if that's from pregnancy and the hormones or if that's just new mom anxiety. When he was first born, I was anxious about anyone holding him, anyone really being near him. I was anxious of, certain people being around him. I was afraid that, if someone else besides me was holding him, that he could end up falling, or they would drop him, or they wouldn't be supporting his head correctly. I was worried about him getting sick and of him, and end up having to be hospitalized, just because I've seen so many posts of other moms who, warn of not letting people kiss your baby because, then they can give him herpes or any other kind of virus that can end up killing them. And that was and still is like a fear of mine because he doesn't have his shots. He still has 2 weeks before he even gets his first round of shots. And you can't stop a person from kissing your baby once they've already, weaned in. If you're not hardcore watching, then how are you supposed to stop them from spreading anything to your child? And that's just been like this fear of where I sit there, and if someone I'm not extremely close to is holding him, I'm constantly watching them, and I'm constantly, worried that something can happen. It's definitely lessened a lot since, you know, the first 2-3 weeks. And I know that it's something that probably a lot of new moms go through. Since Oliver was about 2 weeks old, anytime I'd lay him down after feeding or after he'd fallen asleep, he'd wake back up. But he's done pretty good at being able to put himself back to sleep. But anytime that I lay him down and I hear him wake up, I can't go back to sleep until I know that he's gone to sleep and that he's good. I struggled more with my postpartum body than my body had healing itself. I feel good physically. Mentally, when I look at my body, I don't really like what I see. I had a lot of stretch marks, and they're, you know, that deep purple that is just not really going to go away. I have them all across the front of my stomach and my sides and down my thighs, and it's just like disheartening for me to see. I used oils and lotions and drank tons of water and stretched and anything that I read to avoid stretch marks. Once I hit about 30 weeks, they just spread. Once he was born, I found more stretch marks than when I was pregnant, and that was also disheartening because I thought, you know, maybe they would fade a little bit, and then it just seems that there's more now than there was when I was 41 weeks pregnant. Loose skin on my stomach and on my thighs, and I just don't feel comfortable really in my body. I don't like what I see when I look in the mirror. I don't hate my body, but I don't like my body. And so that's kind of where I'm at with knowing that I'm going to be able to get back to exercising. I'm just hoping that I'll be able to get back to where I like my body again. So I'm going to continue to update you guys on that and just kind of keep you guys updated on my fitness journey with everything. If you guys have like suggestions or questions, please comment and let me know. So as I'm 6 weeks postpartum, that means Oliver is 6 weeks old today, and he is currently wearing size 1 diapers and 0 to 3 month clothes. And last week he weighed a little over 11 pounds, so I'm thinking he's probably about 12 pounds now, and doesn't like to sleep during the day very much anymore. He's very awake. So this is my 6 week postpartum stomach. As you can see, I have stretch marks. I go all the way up on both sides. But I am excited to see what my new body will look like. And this next journey. So thank you guys. Make sure if you like this video to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and to follow me on Instagram. We'll see you soon. Bye. Are you smiling, boy? Yeah? You got me some more? Oh, really?